So we're here today with Martha from California Preferred Escrow.
Hi, everybody.
So everybody always asks that question. What the heck does the word escrow mean?
Well, escrow, it's a mutual third party. We're kind of like the middleman in your transaction. We receive the funds from your buyers when they want to make the deposit, and then when they're also making that final deposit for the rest of the amount of the money, whether it's a loan from the bank, we'll receive that wire into our account. We make sure everything gets paid that needs to get paid, make sure working with title to make sure that the title is clear, and if it isn't, we gotta find out what's going on and get that going so it closes on time. So we make sure we get all those documents prepared and then we also make the payouts and we disperse all the money at the end.
Well, you make it sound super easy, and I know it isn't. So even like if there's an HOA, for example, homeowners association, you are the one kind of on the hook for ordering those docs.
Yes, so that's one of the first things that we do is if there is an HOA, we do want to order those right away because, as you know, your contract calls for those to be, I believe it's 3 days or 5 days, right? It's super quick, so we want to make sure we get those documents in, and those are one of the first people that we contact as HOA. So we contact your client, make sure that they're on the same page where if they have to pay those HOA fees, so we have to do that up front. Sometimes they don't have to do it up front, it just depends on the situation, but we get that taken care of to get those documents back and make sure we send them from the seller to the buyer.
And no one can just arbitrarily change the contract, right? You can't do anything like that.
No, of course not. No. So what we do is we kind of go off of what the contract says, and if somebody wants to change something, we do need both parties to be in agreement with that, and we do need the signatures on those documents. Speaking of signatures, also one of the other things that we do is that we work with your buyers and sellers on that paperwork that needs to get filled out with escrow. So we extract what the contract says and then kind of write it out for them so they can read it, and we sit with them if that's something that you want us to do as an escrow company. I love sitting with clients and explaining our documents because we know that you have a lot of documents to explain yourself, and then we also get those items that need to be notarized from the sellers, sorry.
So I find California Preferred Escrow one of the most amazing things that you have done for us personally is you drove all the way to Hawkesbury Lane in Valley Center, and you sat with our seller for 3.5 hours and you walked through every one of those documents because it can be really intimidating.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's more intimidating to some people than it is to other people, and there's some people that like to read everything and make sure they know what they're signing before they sign it. Other people just sign really quick and then they take the documents and read them later, or they even do them online, right? But I remember that client, the couple really well. Their house was beautiful, and they're great people, and yeah, we sat for a long time and I drove up there. So
well, I love the fact too that, for example, Beto,
yes,
he calls, he's like, okay, you just opened escrow. How do your clients like to be communicated with?
Yes.
And how do you like to be communicated with? So I think, those are just other elements that I think set you guys apart. And I really love working with you. And I want to congratulate you for getting engaged yesterday.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thanks for letting me do a little Facebook Live.
Thank